Can I date a Muslim girl if I am Christian? If she's the girl you asked about 18 days ago, when everyone said the only way to know if she likes you back is to ask her, then this question is just procrastination for you. Adding on to other posters. There is a verse that says Muslims aren't allowed to marry atheists and polytheists. Christians are considered people of the book. However, the rule enforced is usually that men are allowed to marry women of the book and women can only marry Muslims. That said, I know plenty of Muslim women who date, marry atheists, polytheists and people of the book. And I know plenty of Muslim women who won't date any Muslim or otherwise men, as it's considered to be a sin. Or they go on 3 dates without touching, kissing, but more like a marriage negotiation. There are Muslims that carry their culture to Europe and Muslims that assimilate completely. Just take a deep breath and go for it. If she says yes, woo, you're with the one you like. And if she says no, then rejection is much better than regretting never asking her and/or to pine after her. Really depends. I hate to phrase it this way, but how Christian are you, and how Muslim is she? Yes. You simply have to respect each other's belief system. That being said, depending on both families, it can be rather hard, especially given you go to school, which means you're both young, and there's a chance the parents will disagree. Sorry to break it to you, buddy, but dating isn't really a concept Muslims do. Usually Muslims court for a couple of months or get to know each other, then they marry. But no physical affection by any means until you're married. Also, you'd have to convert to Islam to marry. But you also have to follow Islam and have a genuine interest in Islam. Not converting just for the sake of her. Her family will be constantly trying to convert you. I've been down that road. Was there. Did that. Never again. In all 3 of the situations I got my heart broken. While I was understanding and supportive. All while being an atheist. Born Christian. They always chose religion to avoid cultural shame. I later asked other Muslim friends of mine, why is it okay for them as men to date anyone but for me to date a Muslim girl is such an issue? The answer was that Islamic law does not grant women the power necessary over a man to convert him, while the men have this power. I did not like that. I keep it friendly, for the sake of my heart. But maybe she is more progressive, together with her family. In that case it could be great. But do put emphasis on proper communication. First find out her family's stance on it, and yours. Inter-religious dating often has others interjecting themselves into the situation, so you might want to do a little information gathering. Yes. She, however, is prohibited from dating you. Her religion will not allow it. If she's devout, then she will not. I'll allow it. Show respect to each other. Your religious beliefs, and make sure that both of your families respect each of your decisions to date, and the fact that you both have different religious beliefs. Other than that, go for gold, brother. Also, don't be silly and cover that willy. Good luck, smile. Yes, you can. But ask her how their family will react to it. Trust me, it's important to know how her family will react to it. My mom is Christian and my dad is Muslim. Both very devout. They were married 6 years and had 2 kids together before divorcing. As a kid of this rare phenomenon, I feel blessed to see both sides of the coin, and I feel like I'm a more knowledgeable, compassionate person because of it. They had a lot of cultural differences and unsaid expectations that broke the marriage down. They married really quickly and very young. That all contributed to the divorce. I wouldn't hold yourself back from dating someone who is different from you, especially over religion. Major religions have more in common than people like to admit. But if you really like her, learn what you can about it so you know what to expect. And if she is Arab Muslim, you make sure she cooks for you at least once, because the food is killer. I've had Muslim friends who've had secret relationships with non-Muslims. I went on a date with a Muslim man, and I'm not Muslim. You can, technically, do whatever you want with her if you both agree. But it'll probably be a big ask to ask her to go against her religion, and possibly her personal beliefs, just to be with you. I would talk about it with her, but I would really keep it in mind that you would be asking a lot of her potentially, unless she is a non-practicing Muslim. But the Muslim dude I went on a date with was quite religious. We actually went out on the date during Ramadan and we waited forever for the sun to set. He did his praying, etc. But he gave me a kiss at the end of the date, which is definitely not allowed. Someone following religious practices doesn't necessarily mean they follow everything. Just tread carefully. Edit. Grammar. I don't know much about Islam, but I have dating advice that might help. A relationship takes two people. In other words, if you really like her and you are wondering if there is a possibility to be with her, then you need to talk to her about it. Have an open and honest conversation, sharing your thoughts and feelings, and being respectful to hers. If it works out, then that is the best way to start a relationship. Good luck, my friend. I hope the best for you. You can date whoever you want as long as they also want to date you, and are of course an appropriate age. According to the Quran, no, she shouldn't even shake your hand or be friends with you. Muslim girls don't date, they marry. But if she is a modern Muslim, then you might be lucky. Worst case scenario, she turns you down or you two have to hide from her family. I'm an atheist and I have dated a Muslim girl before. As long as you respect each other's beliefs, there's no problem there. Love knows no bounds, my friend. Both Islam and Christianity teach you to love. If you love her and she loves you and there's no scripture that says you can't, then go for it. Of course. And for that matter, I applaud you for your interest at the risk of upsetting some Redditor. The fact that you even asked the question suggests that you are more Christ-like than the average Christian. Your beliefs and values and the people who you love ultimately comes down to one person alone. You. And of course, the same goes for her. What's more, these two religions are very, very similar, right down to worshipping the same God. I'd argue that if you have a loved one who is focusing on the arbitrary differences between these two religions and attempting to place division between you and anyone of the Muslim faith, I'd ask them a very simple question. WWJD? The real question isn't about if you can, or about your faiths. The real question is she interested in you? Start there, my friend. Court her with kindness and patience. And I wish you and her the best of luck in life and love. Genuinely. I hope it does work out. Our world is filled with too many arbitrary divisions. I think that a pair of people of different faiths makes for a beautiful couple.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.